I walked over and looked into the well only to see two eyes looking up at me and a sinister looking grin from a girl with dark hair. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, cause it's DadaZoe, so let's hop right into this video. So before we hop in, you already know what to do, which is subscribe, like, comment. Obviously you can't comment until you've seen the video, so we can delay that to the end. With all that being said, let's hop into this new video. So today I'm going to do part 5 of scary Reddit stories. I'm in love, I'm in awe with scary stories. I love horror, so it's just really up my alley, and I hope that you guys enjoy these stories. So, as per usual, there are no titles, so we're just gonna hop right into it. It's not as spooky as some of the other stories on here, I guess, but my SO, significant other, and I are still a bit bewildered by it. It's been years and we still wonder about it occasionally. There's no explanation other than some weird supernatural connection or just really a big fucking coincidence. For about 10 years now, my Nana has been living in a nursing home. She had a stroke and mentally she is not all there. She still recognizes us when we visit and gets happy to see us, but she often talks gibberish, thinking she is in a distant memory in the past. Okay, that's really sad. It makes me sad because she and I always had a very close connection growing up. My parents both worked a lot and she would stay with me. She used to know when I was lying. She could always sense when I was sick, even when she wasn't over. And she and I are eerily similar both in personality and looks. Oh, I get that because me and my grandma, we actually look like scary alike, especially when we look at older photos of us. So even the height, down to the height, scary. My doppelganger. There are pictures of her when she was 21 and it could be me in the picture. We were very close growing up and I love her dearly. I introduced her to my now husband when we started dating in college. He is from a different country than I am and I live in his country. Oh, so you did the big move. That's cute, but don't move for boyfriends. That's all I gotta say. So, we had been dating a few years when my visa was going to expire. Oh, you went over there as a girlfriend. All right. In order for us to live in one place, we decided to get married. Fair. However, we were still young and fresh out of university and decided to just elope. Okay. Don't got no money fresh out of university, unless you got that. You know, that coin, that blue collar family coin. But nowadays, that doesn't even make up anything in this economy, so... We decided to get officially married at a courthouse while announcing our engagement and then having a wedding a few years later. Official documents and wedding ceremonies are separated in my husband's country anyways. Okay. No one knew of our plan. We were, and still, stupidly in love and thrilled to have such crazy secret between us two. Aww, it's cute. In hindsight, it was stupid, and no one would have judged us, especially considering we are still happily together years later. But we still decided to hide it because we were stupid kids. That's fair. And plus, when you have too many opinions on like what you're doing or like something exciting, sometimes it could really dim it or, you know, make it stressful, at least from experience. So we flew to my parents in my home country and announced our engagement, and my dad picked us up from the airport. We were chatting in the car when he tells us that my Nana was freaking out while he visited her the other day. The day we decided to elope, her little spidey senses were tingling. Why was she freaking out? She announced to my whole family that she saw in her dreams that I had eloped and was now married. They dismissed her because they didn't expect that at all. She kept insisting and was incredibly lucid about it. She had raised her voice, which she hadn't done since before the stroke. My dad had mentioned because he thought it was sweet that she was so worried about this and became so lucid. My husband and I just got silent in the car and I went cold. We don't know how she knew that or if it was just a coincidence, but she knew somehow. We went to visit her a few days later and she didn't remember it at all. She was thrilled we were engaged. We were happily married now and had our wedding and stuff, and so no one ever found out we had eloped before the wedding, except my Nana apparently. Okay, that is super, super cute, but also kind of creepy, because like, where's that connection? Like, you know, how could she have known? But there are a lot of cultures that do have like different superstitions about like them knowing when someone is pregnant just by certain dreams, or if someone's going to pass by certain dreams. It's low-key scary, but at the same time, borderline supernatural. I'll come back for the next story. Story number 2. Mine is a bit different. Me and my friend of mine live in a rural Ireland, and we were going for a walk in the grounds behind a castle. As we were coming to an end of our walk, it was pretty dark, and we glanced into an area that has a well, and something caught our eyes. Oh my gosh, why is this already giving The Ring-esque? If you don't know what that is, it's basically a story about a little girl that comes out of a well and climbs out of your TV. So the friend stayed back, but I walked over and looked into the well only to see 2 eyes looking up at me and a sinister looking grin from a girl with dark hair. Naturally, we ran like little girls. That's creepy. What? We were followed by this little girl all night. We went to a graveyard and found her watching us while she sat on a tree. Okay. We went under a bridge a few miles outside of the village, and she was standing at the other end of the bridge and slowly started walking towards us. We both saw her every single time. Explanation is easy. We dropped a shitload of LSD and were hallucinating. Just fascinating that we both saw the exact same thing. I never told him what I saw in the well until he told me what he had seen. It matched. Okay, that's actually really scary, but the other explanation is that you guys binge watched a whole lot of The Ring and The Grudge because they look similar. You guys went out and did some LSD, and now you're hallucinating about the same exact thing. That's my explanation. What's yours? Okay, this is the next story. I think this is the 3rd story. I lived next to a facility for developmentally handicapped people for 3 years. Every day I would go jog past the historical marker on their property. One day, I decided to take a break. I love history, so I finally walked over and read it. It was a long-ass sentence. I should have just chopped it up my way. It was a dedication to a mass grave of 300 people for what used to be the grounds for a hospital for the insane. I nearly shat my tracksuit. Okay, that part just made me laugh. I'm sorry. I'm being serious, but like, that's wild. Hold on, somebody commented and said, it was a dedication to a mass grave for 300 people for what used to be a hospital for the insane. Wait, so what? Did this facility not actually exist for 3 years? You jogged by it? Sorry. No, because that is such a good question. So you just so happened to see? Okay, so last story. I have a bunch, but I think the best one I have actually happened to my mom. We lived in a very creepy old house when I was little. One day, my mom was cleaning my little brother's room while we were at school, and every single one of his electronic toys turned on all at once. That kind of reminds me of the scene of Insidious. I think it's the 2nd movie. When that "don't you dare" lady comes out of like nowhere. Ooh. 2 of them did not have batteries in them. That's very eerie. She was so freaked out she had us camp out in the living room for 3 days because she didn't want my brother alone in his room. Up until we moved, that would occasionally happen, either 1 or 2 toys at a time. That means that the ghost has attached itself to you. If it is continuing to happen in different spaces that you move to, it's definitely latched or formed some type of connection. And I know that's so creepy to hear. I'm not a ghost expert, but from what I've heard is that means that the ghost has formed some type of attachment, which is unfortunate. But yeah, let me know if you guys like these stories. Don't forget to comment down below. And before I go, I will say I did take someone's advice. They told me if I like came closer to the camera and basically take up more of the negative space and filling it with me, that would like make it feel more personal. That like, you know, I'm talking to you because I am talking to you. So let me know if that is better, like from where I was before, like way back here, versus like up close like this, up close in person. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.